11.1, B homework. Solve the system by the elimination method and check the solution. All right, so we want to use the elimination method, which means that we want to add some multiple of the first equation to some multiple of the second equation. Now, the least common multiple of the first and the second equation is 1. And so for the x's and 1 for the y's. What that means is, since they both are positive, both the x's are positive, both the y's are positive, we need to multiply one of them by a negative 1 so that we are going to flip the signs, and when we add them together, something will actually eliminate. Okay, so we say negative 1 times x is negative x. Negative 1 times positive y is going to be a negative y. Negative 1 times positive a is going to be a negative a. And then we add these together. X's will cancel out, y's will cancel out, leaving you a 0. And negative 3 plus negative 8 is a negative 11. Now, when is 0 equal to negative 11? That is never true. So this is never true. So there's no solution. Again, 0 is never equal to negative 11, so there's no solution. We could say it's null set, however you want to put it. So let's try on this one. So we're going to solve the following system of elimination, system by the elimination method. This one has kind of large numbers. You could theoretically divide this equation right here, the second equation, by 5 and reduce it, but we'll just dive in and we'll say we didn't notice that. So let's say we want to get the least common multiple of a 1 and a 5, or a 6 and a 30. Least common multiple of a 1 and a 5 is a 5. Least common multiple of a 6 and a 30 is 30. 5 is smaller, so we're probably going to do that. So I'm going to multiply this equation by 5. Okay, so I'm saying 5. Now, the problem with that is both of the x's are negative, so I need to actually multiply this by a negative 5, so they have opposite signs. So then it's negative 5 times negative 1x, which give me a positive 5x. And then it's negative 5 times positive 6x, which would give me a negative 30. Positive 6y times a negative 5, which gives me a negative 30y. Then a negative 5 times positive 10, which gives me a negative 10. And then when I add these together, x's cancel out, y's cancel out, 10 and 10 negative 10 and 10 cancel out, leaving 0 is equal to 0. Now, when is 0 equal to 0? Well, that's always, all the time, always true. Always true. Okay. So that means there's an infinite number of answers. And this will be all real numbers. All real numbers, right? So basically what that's saying is the first one must have actually been equal to the second one. They're actually the two equations are the same equations, just in different forms. And I'll prove that by dividing this entire equation by 5, which is what I was talking about earlier. So that means that would give me a negative x plus 6y is equal to 2. And you notice that these two equations are, in fact, the same equation. So when is something equal to itself is basically what we were asking there. And what that is the same, right? Same equation. Same equation, right? So when is something equal to itself? Well, it's always equal to itself. So let's try the next one. Now, before we move on, though, I want to show this one. Whenever you have a constant equal to another constant, like 0 is equal to negative 11, that's never true. One constant is never equal to a different constant. In the next instance, we have 0 equal to 0. So when is the constant equal to itself? Always. So in one case you have no solution, in other case you have infinite solutions. Let's try the next one. So we want to solve the system by the elimination method and check each solution. Okay, so we have a 2x and an 8x. So the least common multiple between a 2 and an 8 is an 8. We have a 7y and a 28y. The least common multiple between a 7 and a 28 is a 28. So it looks like the 8 is smaller, so I'm probably going to try to multiply 2 by 4 to turn it into an 8. Now, because 2x is positive and 8x is positive, I actually need to multiply that by a negative 4. Negative 4 times positive 2x is equal to negative 8x. Negative 4 times a negative 7 is equal to 28y. And negative 4 times positive 7 is equal to negative 28. 8x plus negative 8x, they cancel out. Negative 28y plus positive 28y, those cancel out. We have 0. 34 plus negative 28 is a 6. When is 0 equal to 6? It's never true, so there is no solution. No solution. No solution.